You finally realize that your anxious attachment style is ruining your relationships, and now you're prepared to fix yourself. The first thing I want you to realize is that you're not broken, and you never were. A lot of times, though, it can feel that way because you find yourself begging and pleading for relationships to stay in your life. You'll do everything in your power to try and figure out the other person and to figure out what's going on inside their head. You work so hard to try and manage the other person and to manage the situation so that you can create certainty in that situation. You'll often seek validation from the other person consistently. And what you want to hear from them is that they're not going anywhere, that they're not going to abandon you. And when you're away from this person, you have those overwhelming feelings of anxiousness that come over you. You may begin to create a story around the fact that they haven't messaged you back and it's been 5 minutes. What are they doing? Who are they with? What's going on? Knowing full well that this person is at work. Then I want you to ask yourself, how many times in your life has that storyline played a role in your relationships? Do you find yourself saying, everyone I date is avoidant? But that story you tell yourself and the actions and behaviors that you take because of that are actually what drives away the relationship that you're currently in. Now, I agree. It can definitely be more nuanced, and maybe they are an avoidant, but they can also be somebody who is secure, and because of that behavior, they are being driven to avoidance because your behavior is overwhelming the other person. Keep in mind, this isn't blaming you. This is just an awareness of you, an awareness that you don't like to be alone and you haven't learned to sit in silence with yourself, being able to sit in your own discomfort and uncertainty. It's also coming up with healthy alternatives to your inner dialogue and the story that you're telling yourself about the situation that you're in. I know it's hard to break away from catastrophizing your relationship. Your experiences and the evidence that you have to support your claim is absolutely valid to you. But what you seek, you will find, and you can also create through the self-fulfilling prophecy. It goes back to your story and your internal narrative. Are you overlaying that old story on your current relationship and making that person responsible for all the evidence that you have that people leave you, that they abandon you, that they don't love you, or they make you feel unloved? And if you really look, this person could be showing up for you in all of the right ways. You've just never seen that before. You don't know what it feels like. The number one key to working through an anxious attachment style is self-regulation. It's being able to sit in silence by yourself. It's finding and deploying the tools of resilience that work for you and your nervous system. Because you have high relationship anxiety, meditation may not work for you in that moment, but breath work can. Everyone's nervous system is different, and you're going to have to find the tools that work for you.